What's up, folks? Maximilian here with some fantastic news for you guys that are Killer Instinct fans and fans of physical stuff. One of the biggest disappointments of Killer Instinct when the game was announced was the fact that it was going to be only a digital title. We have gotten certain things like the pins that have been available through Penny Arcade and stuff like that, but a lot of us and a lot of people have been mentioning that we wanted physical box releases of the game. And hopefully, just hopefully, it looks like that might be coming pretty soon with a recent announcement from Mick Gordon. Mick Gordon, as you guys know, is actually the composer for Killer Instinct and created all the original soundtrack sounds that are in the game right now, as well as composing a lot of the remixed ones that he put in within the hidden themes of each stage. Now, what he announced was kind of crazy because it was during my live stream. I was streaming some Killer Instinct last week. He popped into the chat and then dropped a bomb of Killer Instinct epic proportions, and it's that Killer Cuts is going to be a thing again. Now, this is fantastic. However, there's a lot of things that it could potentially be. And there's a lot of requests that people have as far as what it could be and what we would like it to be. And shockingly, he's taking requests. He's actually listening to the feedback of a lot of people, so if you guys want to check the link in the description below, you can find Mick's Twitter, where you can get more information from him or talk to him about what you would like to see for the next Killer Cuts album. Killer Cuts, as you guys know, is one of the most popular soundtracks. It's the soundtrack to the original Killer Instinct, and actually sounds a lot better than the tracks in-game and are not as condensed. The music in the original Killer Cuts is really good, and it's a lot more varied than what you would expect from the original game. And as well as Killer Instinct Gold, that one did have an album as well, or a soundtrack that was released with it. But Killer Cuts 3 does not just have, like we said, the main themes that ended up being really long. Mick has mentioned in the past that these things can be upwards of like 12 minutes, going into like Glacius' theme, for example. These things are freaking really long. And if we're talking about other themes that are within those themes, like the hidden character themes, oh my god, dude, there's going to be so many tracks on this freaking album. He did mention, though, that we're going to be seeing something about Killer Cuts in March. And now, that's kind of crazy because that's going to coincide fairly close with the release of Fulgore, so that could potentially just be a date or a time frame of which Mick is going to give us some more details about what is available. Although, I would like it to be something physical. I was mentioning it before, how we like physical media with a lot of our games, and something like that would really fit well with something like Killer Cuts. The original SNES version of Killer Instinct came with the soundtrack, and the soundtrack was actually a CD. This was shockingly the first CD I ever owned, and with a lot of other people around that time frame in the mid-90s, CDs and CD players weren't nearly as prevalent, so Killer Instinct was kind of this luxurious musical soundtrack that you can listen to if you had the opportunity to listen to it. And I would like them to do something similar for this version of KI. I would like them to definitely release a CD of some kind, something physical that I could stick in my car. Of course, we know it's absolutely going to be digital. You can buy it on iTunes and probably all that stuff that we're used to in digital mediums. But I do hope that they do something special for it as far as a physical release. A CD seems like, a good call. Everyone would like that. But I'd like to go them the ultimate, nostalgia route and release, a cassette tape. That'd be pretty funny if they did something like an old freaking compact cassette tape that you could actually somehow play the new Killer Instinct themes on. And I would totally make that happen if they did something along those lines to play it in my car or something like that. Either way, let me know what you guys think about Killer Cuts making a return as far as a soundtrack. Like I said, Mick is taking feedback as far as what you want to see on this soundtrack, so go ahead and hit up his link in the description below for his Twitter. And hopefully by March, when Fulgore starts coming around, we might even get a chance to hear his theme a little bit early in the Killer Cuts soundtrack, but we'll see what happens until then. My name is Maximilian. Thank you dudes very much for watching, and I will see you next time.